Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Look, Stephen A. Smith loved the fact that he lost, bro. Look at him, dick rod talking about, he on another level now, man. Shut the fuck up. If it was one person I met in real life, that motherfucker, I'll go right to jail for it. Him, I'll punch him right in his mouth. But I play it off like I'm a big fan. Like, Steve, what's up, bro, man? What the fuck's up, my man? Yeah, you one of my both. I think I drop him one shot. One little hit, one little mud. I hit him right on his chin, too. Now you gotta look at his motherfucker. That video, when he's showing himself training, he can't fight for shit.
I don't know why famous people do that to themselves.
Right, put that shows on TV and can't fight. What's up with Alec Baldwin? I heard they trying to charge him with murder. Yeah, he had a prop gun on the set and shit. Shit fired off, killed somebody. Denver hosts Los Angeles in week 9. That's all we getting from week 9. We got some conversation to talk about. AntHits. AntHits in the building with the kid. Guns. This is Monday, Debate Monday. Both of us on some swag shit. My man coming off a back injury. He on chill mode. I'm coming off a stomach injury. I'm on chill mode. Let's get back to it. When you know. How many games been played? Did we get to 8 already? Nah, niggas don't care enough. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm about to play in like 20 minutes.
Shoguns, we got week 8 action to recap, but we in week 9 right now. You know, in week 9 the awards opened up. We find out who's leading and what, when, where, and how. And we at the halfway point right now, where if you got one more week to get your trades in, and then I shut them shits down, there ain't no more trades going down until after the playoffs. Simple as that. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I'm on a bye week, man, and you see bye gifted. If you know we advanced and we get 8. First 8 teams that play will get gifted by me. No, don't ask me what the gift gonna be. I'll go through your team and do it myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'll make it up as I go. But I'm telling you now, the first 8 games played within the hour of advance. So remember that it's within the hour. You heard the within the hour. Simple as that. And if you on a bye week, sorry, Craig. I had told Craig and them I was gonna kick it with them. Gotta go. See you when I see you.
We playing already.
That sucks for the Eagles. He on a bye week. Torture. All right. Hey man, so Broncos and Chargers should be a big game. Okay, I agree. Looking forward to seeing Terry McLaurin back on the field this weekend. He comes off of injuries. Let me get Mr. Skadimes. I apologize for y'all. First part of the segment, we got to talk to Raheem. Raheem Skadimes, Skabibbles, is on his way over here. And when he come on, y'all already know the saying, Skadimes, Skabibbles, Rasul, Skadaim, Skabibbles. Get my name right. I ain't Raheem. My name is Rasul, Skadaim, Skabibbles. All right, so the Broncos and the Chargers should be a big game. Hopefully we'll see it played, since the Chargers like picking on the little guys. Want to put up 84 on a new dude. All right, looking forward to seeing Terry McLaurin back on injury. Man, yeah, man, Terry McLaurin had a big injury. He was out for a couple of games. Wasn't such a long outing that he had to sit, so they didn't have to put him on IR or anything like that. They just had to nurse his injury, and he's back. We'll see how he performs right now. You know what I'm talking about? Performances like this by Casey Fields can carry your team to a fantasy football championship. Don't nobody give a fuck about no fantasy football. I've been telling y'all, Mr. Me, myself, Rasul, Shahid, Skabreams, Skabibbles, Skadimes has been telling y'all that this kid, Casey Fields, Justin Fields' little brother, is that he's the best Fields in that household. I'm trying to tell y'all, he's a monster. Look at it. We're talking about Matt Miller at Matt Miller EA. Casey Fields cannot be stopped. Bucky Books at Bucky Books. What are you talking about? I wasn't sure they were going to catch Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams. Pretty nice game for Javonte Williams today. He's got about 15 points so far. These guys is real big on fantasy. Javonte is running wild. Something just happened. We got to update what comes in. Javonte is running with the authority. Tim Howard is running through holes you could drive a truck through. Seriously. Who the hell's Tim Howard? Tim Howard is running through these sloppy arm tackles. Somebody defense wasn't playing well for him. The defense went and silenced the crowd with turnovers after turnover. As Green Bay over the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a really bad read on that interception. He was donating. Travis Etienne just hit 1,140 rushing yards. How long will they keep him in? Wait, hold up. 140. I'm sorry. Yeah, they want to take him out. He must have been Aaron somebody. Travis Etienne Jr. Knows we're all watching. And why would they make the font so fucking little? I'm Skadibbles. I can't read anyway. I ain't even get past the 8th grade. Don't even ask me how I got a job as the guy that knows everything in the league of Game of Thrones 3. I don't even know how I'm a mad franchise junkies, man. I don't know. I don't know nothing. All I know is they shouldn't have this font this little. Chicago had MIA rattle as they gifted 6 turnovers to the home team, man. What's going on with them fucking Dolphins right now, man? Anybody want to share light on that, man? They're not looking good, but this name is familiar. Huge game for Michael Warner. He's got the Dolphins on their heels right now. Michael Warner, where he came from. Remember practice squad, Cincinnati running back that went to the Bucks in the crowded backfield. They decided to redshirt him and then forgot to re-sign him, and he got lost, stolen by the Super Bowl champs. I know that pissed him off a little bit, because it would have pissed me off. I'm the only co-host. I'm the only segment of the show where, Rasul, me, yes, me, who I could smoke, I could do whatever I want. I got full range from the Junkies crew to do whatever I want, talk about whatever I want to talk about, and I'm only on right away first because there was a blockbuster made. All right, so we're gonna talk about a trade that happened. Let me get over here to where I want to get to and go to league transactions right away, and we're gonna write the trade right now. Trade rumors is this. All right. So after the Giants got blew the fuck out, and when I say blew the fuck out, they got blew the fuck out. All right. Why is they still showing things like Tyron Armstead retired after 9 years? We knew that. Bronny James was edited by DC Snake.
Nah, he probably retired this year. During the week advancement, he probably regressed.
Tyron Armstead. Oh yeah, Malik Hooker was edited by Shoguns. We don't care about that. Just want trades. He gonna name his receiver Bronny James like Falk don't got King James at his tight end right now, man. Pay the fuck attention. Jesus. All right, Giants trade 2024 round 4. Skadames! Pick 114 They also trade their second-round pick to the Seahawks. Seahawks trade 2023 second-round pick to the Giants. And that trade, Russell Wilson, old ass, goes to the New York Giants, and young Danny Danielson is a new Seahawk. So what we seeing right now in this trade is that the Seahawks decided they were ready to move on from Russell Wilson, and that they didn't have the faith in their practice squad quarterback that they was able to get at all. They figured, why go build a quarterback? We can still use Danny Dimes. Now, Danny Dimes still needs some work to be done, and obviously he wasn't getting it done over there for the New York Giants. I don't know about this trade. I'm going to ask my boy about this trade. We're going to talk about it and talk and see if this was a good trade at all. All right, so in hindsight, what happens is this: Russell Wilson comes to the New York Giants. You got a veteran quarterback here. Now, I don't think this is a future trade by them. I think this is a 1-year rental, 2-year rental type situation. If I'm not paying Russell Wilson, I'll franchise tag him. But if you do that, you're gonna be going to hook for $20 million a year. But what you do got is the Giants are showing you that they're thinking about their future right now. And what they do, they made the first move by going to go get Russell Wilson. They also swapped seconds in hopes of their second-round pick being a late pick, and they get to move all the way up into the top of the draft in the second round and the fourth round when it comes down to the Seahawks pick. So that was a great move there. I like that whole situation. Now you get Russell Wilson on superstar and not X Factor anymore, because he already dropped from being over 30 years old, 30 or older, and not producing. And he got a shot to try to bring the beat back. So if he could work Russell Wilson into superstar X Factor status, then he gets to upgrade there, and he'll be good with his 30-something-year-old quarterback. But we know this is a move. This is a GM move. I'm looking at the future right now. I think the Giants did a hell of a job in the draft, and through trades they did some really good things over here, putting this squad together. They didn't have confidence in Danielson anymore, and I respect it in a way. If you don't have the confidence in your quarterback, you got to get your franchise quarterback. So their thought process, after talking to the coach, their thought process was, bring Russell in. Russell can up the ante for this offense, and he can. I got an opportunity to bring him back to an X Factor at the same time, and I know I'm only 1 year renting Russell. Like, each year is going to determine what I do in the draft. So now they get to go play in a draft and maybe use a good pick on a quarterback, especially since 13 quarterbacks went fast. Damn near 10 of them went in the first round last draft. So everybody's sitting on a franchise quarterback or a quarterback they're redshirting to become the franchise. So the pick of the litter now. So it all depends on how, not saying nobody's going to need quarterbacks. Guys are still going to move on, and quarterbacks are going to get drafted. I just don't think draft 2 will have the same, similarities of the first draft, where a lot of quarterbacks went on a runoff. I don't see that. So it becomes, what type of shit the GM's going to do over here? Are they going to squat, sit, try to figure it out, draft some more needs they need, and then come get a quarterback, because they probably can get a quarterback later, second round, third round, fourth round type shit, and find a starter, because a lot of the teams in the league got starters right now. Again, we got 10 starters in the league right now that are rookies. So that just tells me, quarterback isn't a big need for people. So this might be the perfect time. Great move. I really like this move. This GM they doing over here is starting to boost them up in their division at the end of the day, when it comes down to who's doing the best GM job right now. We was highly on the Eagles' heels about what they've been doing, and now the Giants are countering, and they're showing that, we need to build in our division to win outside of our division. Doing a hell of a job here, man. They traded for Lewis from the Seahawks last year, and then after busting moves on the line, they was able to trade and get a value pick back from him, 4th round pick for him. So there you go. There you have it. All right. So that was the trade. So Rasul Skadimes is telling y'all flat out what happened. You know what? The Giants are thinking about their future, and don't be surprised if the best quarterback on the board goes to the Giants. Maybe not first round, but second round, because I don't really see quarterbacks being a need for anybody right now. Let's go, since Skadimes is still on right now, let's go look at the draft class real fast, and let's see what we dealing with, what type of quarterbacks are coming out of this year's draft. All right. So Ohio State owns the rights to the #1 quarterback in the draft. So we got 1, 2. What a year to have all these first-round quarterbacks coming out. They all first-round graded, right? And people don't really need them. That's crazy. So guys that, you know, do need quarterbacks are going to be able to get these quarterbacks without sacrificing the first or second round pick for them for the most part. And then you're going to have a race of who's the best quarterback right now. So, all right, so Brayden Stanton, we're going to talk about him for a little bit. Ohio State, 6'2", 220. Ohio State is a quarterback factory, bottom line. They bring them in. Them in Oklahoma, they're quarterback factories. They plug and play. They got a quarterback always waiting to take over, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So we like Brandon. He, you know, 6'2", 220, got good size. Anytime you get a quarterback in the Ohio State system, you know they have some type of mobility, right? Not saying that he's a speed burner. We don't have no lights out kids coming out of this draft where you're gonna get a 90 speed quarterback or 88 speed quarterback. Like, these guys are all really pocket passers, especially the first round guys. They all pocket passers with some mobility to them. Travis Walden from Texas A&M, you know what I mean? My guy out there coaching them, they doing pretty solid this year. 6'5", 231. He's the big arm monster in this motherfucking draft class. Dylan Virgil from Ole Miss, 6'3", 232. You got Eli Valentine from Clemson, another one of those big quarterback, 6'4", 235. Man, this guy definitely runs the RPO game really well. Ben Harden out of Florida, 6'2", 28. You know, they got Steve Spurrier over there. Steve Spurrier Jr. actually over there. He brought the fun and gun back to you. So the Indy Ray offense is being ran out there in Florida with Ben Harden, and he flings that thing all over the place. USC is back in the building with Shane Spillman, solid quarterback as well. G Rumors right here, man. Rumors from Georgia. He's a scrambler. He's the guy that can move around. He's definitely a RPO guy. He's definitely a read option guy. I actually scouted this guy. We already sent our scouts out after him. He has great throw power on a run. He can A- and throw accuracy short is an A-. So you see, you know, but the problem is he went from a first rounder to a 6. That's a whole lot of a couple of rounds drop. I can see if it was red, he went to 2 or 3. But this guy went from a first round talent, dropped all the way down to a red, and I'll explain why. He's on a heavy loaded team in the SEC. And to be honest with you, he's not doing anything to win games for that team. They totally sat him down 3 games where he lost his starting job. He had to fight back to get it. He's struggling this year, and you know, he had a great sophomore campaign, but his junior campaign is not the same. And they just not putting him in a situation where, you know, he's succeeding. I just think he's just in the wrong system. This is a run-first team in Georgia right now. They always got running backs out the galore. They just tear shit up through the run game right now. And they don't have a big-time receiver out there either. So, like, you're dealing with a bunch of, a running team pretty much. And that's the reason why he's dropping down the board like that. But he has, he's going to be the kid that's going to wow you at the pro day, right? He's going to come out there and have a great combine. I mean, he's going to wow you at the combine. You're going to love the numbers, and you're going to forget that he's a first rounder that got that in my eyes right now. That's going to be 6th-round talent. And that tells you that's a lot of rounds dropped from a first to that, right? So be careful when you look at him. And that's the first-round talent right now, man. I think the guy that is probably the best, playing the best football right now is Eli Valentine out of Clemson. All right. Skadime, anything else you want to talk about right now? Yes, man. Yes. Shogun, Skadime is ready to get on deck with you right now. We got to get to stats and awards, my boy. We got to talk about something that we didn't see all year now. I mean, we deep enough in the league right now to be able to see who's winning the yearly awards right now. Here we go. So, a familiar face is sitting on top of the familiar face is sitting on top of the MVP race right now. Now Ronald Jones is second right now with a 5-2 record. At this time last year, they only had 1 loss. They're sitting on 2 losses right now. MVP status: Ronald Jones is number 1 on this list right now, and the Buccaneers
locking time, baby,
have Ronald Jones number 1. Do we think he's going to win this again, Shoguns?
I mean, their offense, their entire team is running it back, so they're coming back with the exact same formula that got him the MVP the first time.
Right.
And like I said, I don't see anybody dethroning him with the pace that he's on. Only thing that can stop him, to me, is injury himself, or somebody just playing outside of their minds.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just think he's like he has the touches. They comfortable with him. You know, they rely on him to be a complete game changer for this team. He just broke a 75-yard run on his first play in the Falcons game, so he's off to a big start there too as well. So I don't see it. It's gonna be hard to stop him because he got a whole lot of touchdowns right now. So, all right. So Anthony Schwartz is second on this list in the MVP race. Show guns. Talk about it.
It's great to see a kid this young, you know, second in MVP voting, but I don't see him being able to maintain the pace that he's on. You know, especially when you're playing in the AFC North and with the schedule that he has. You know, we're moving into the second, you know, the latter half of the year where it's, you know, starting to cool down at first, so you don't know what type of weather you're going to start running into. So I don't. You know, I see it transitioning more to depending on their strength of running game, so that can hurt his numbers down the road.
I like him up here right now. They playing at a high level. Got his team at 7-1. You know, a lot. You know, he's balling for him. He's their #1 target right now. Although the Browns coach said yesterday that he wasn't their #1 receiver, but right now he's playing like he's a #1 receiver. He's making big plays, whether it's through jet sweeps or whether it's through running routes right now. And that speed is everything. And I agree with you. I don't know if he can maintain that though and stay in his top. I don't even think he's going to remain in the top 5.
And I mean, and that's nothing bad on him if that happens. Like I said, I just think the team is going to transition more into a running game in the second half, and that's just going to you know, hurt his attempts and hurt his numbers.
All right, Shaequan Barkley coming off a big loss to the Lions, man. He's still third on the list though right now at 6-2. What do you like about Shaequan Barkley?
I mean, he was one of the most complete backs coming out of college in a very long time. The only thing that he had to work on, that he's still actually, you know, struggling with a little bit in the NFL, is he's not a good pass blocker. I'm a little concerned that at this point in his career, you know, he still hadn't picked up on that. But it just may be something that he's not required to do. And even if he's not, so what? You know, you can start scheming your tight end to help, to chip, you know, to do other things. So that's really speaking highly of him if the only thing that I can hang
Somebody Mike terrible right now.
Oh no.
Shake your cord or something, Guns. Make sure it ain't you.
Nah. What, you got feedback?
Circle, yeah, nah, it's like sound like it's wind blowing in the background. You know what I mean? Like you can tell, like it's staticky. You good? I can hear you, but the shit was. You good now? It's dead. I guess Circle Ball don't want to get gifted while answering his phone, but bitch. All right, so look, my thing about Shaequan though, Guns, is this: they traded their quarterback. They brought in Russell Wilson. And in most cases, I would think that he would stay in the top 3, right? Because I think his production gonna go up. But then again, it's Russell Wilson. Now, it's not X Factor Russell Wilson, but it's superstar Russell Wilson. So my thing is this: they bringing in a veteran quarterback. So for the next few weeks, I think Saquon's gonna be the bell cow of this offense. He's gonna have to carry this team until they get equipped with Russell and he get caught up to speed on the playbook and stuff. So. I think Shaequan Barkley has a real legit shot of winning MVP this year because of the quarterback trade.
I agree with you 100%, but for different reasons. I do agree with the first portion that you said, that, you know, he's going to have to get acclimated to the playbook. But I still think that even at this age, Russell Wilson is such a weapon that you're going to have to pay attention to him, so that could open up, you know, a few more opportunities for Shaequan as well. So I do agree that the production is going to go up. We pointed out great reasons other than, you know, total agreement as to why we think, but I still think he's going to climb this ladder and fight for that MVP.
Yeah, I definitely think he's going to stay in the top 5 all year long. But if Russell gets this playbook down and he get hot, then I think he can drop out of that top 5 as well. We'll see. Now, the fourth guy on this list is young rookie Casey Fields from out of Penn State. Justin Fields' little brother, man. He balling right now. Do we think he can maintain a top 5 MVP race? Can he win it? Can he fight for it? Would they allow him to, do enough over there for him to do it right now? What do you like about this back period?
I mean, I like, first and foremost, the offense that he's in.
Huh?
I said especially the offense.
Right.
The offense that he's in, it suits him. My only concern is, like there's other running backs and they, they run an RPO type of offense, so the wealth is going to be shared.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still very impressive that he's here on this list.
Yeah, I think the guy is ahead of schedule on his on how he plays the game right now. He doesn't feel like a rookie. He hasn't felt like a rookie all year. And the only time he's not productive is if we not giving him the carries he needs to be able to be anything, right? So I think he can. I don't think he's gonna maintain. He's another back that I think that's here, but don't stay in the top 5. And I just think because of the production of what they do as a whole over there, like you said, multiple backs touch the ball over there. Lamar is also considered a running back in their running game as well when they do use him. They have been using Lamar this year, so I just don't see him maintaining that at all. All right, at 5, you got Baker Mayfield sitting at 5 now. We heard this coach talk about Baker being, and we've talked about Baker being the piece that's holding this team down.
Momentum.
Yeah, you about to get muted, boy. Baker Mayfield. To me, I like him sitting here, but I just think this is the process of how the Browns are playing this year. He's the first quarterback on the list right now. And to be honest with you, I just think this, we all benefit from it though, but computer games help you get your quarterbacks on this list because this is a running league. And I just think, you don't really see quarterbacks on this list unless they get computer games, and me being one of them. So I don't know. I think if he continues to get computer games and he's playing them, I think Baker Mayfield stays on this list. I don't think he'll build top 5 even if he's playing at a high level. He stay playing at the same level he's playing right now because of how much of a running league this is. And the guys that run the ball usually, you're gonna get there unless you got this guy with 6,000. He got to just think about it. Colin Murray had down there 6,000 or 7,000 yards last year passing, 89 touchdowns, and still didn't crack I don't know if he even cracked the top 3. He might have. I might be wrong. He might have been in the top 3. But I do know we had Ronald Jones and we had J.K. Dobbins as 1 and 2 last year. So I don't know who was that third person. I thought it was Ezekiel Elliott. Might have been third. Then Colin Murray. So you see what I'm trying to say? How hard it is for a quarterback to really maintain a top 5 mark at the MVP to even compete for MVP is really almost impossible for quarterbacks to be on here. Do you think Baker Mayfield can stay on this list at all? Like stay in the top 10 at all?
I see Baker Mayfield, suffering the same fate. I think, like I said, I think the running game is going to take over eventually, and Baker will be handing the ball off a little bit more, than passing the ball. And then with the competition that's behind him, I don't see him being able to maintain top 5.
Right.
I don't think he's going to drop off the list, but I don't think he'll be able to maintain the top 5. And like I said, I just think the weather is going to play a part, and they're going to go back to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I agree. All right, number 6 on the list is Colin Murray right now, man. I would say with Colin Murray, the one thing that we want to see and that the voters is going to be looking for is can you not throw interceptions? Like, can you come out of a game without 4 and 5 picks a game? It's like he starts off slow, turns the ball over, and then by the time they get into the second half, he's locked in looking like a superhero at quarterback. But I just think the turnovers is what kept him off the kept him out of the top 2 last year, and he's still on pace for the same amount of turnovers right now. Can you see him being a top 5 person in the MVP race though?
Cutting down the turnovers, absolutely, because the volume is going to be there. That team is going to show up. They're going to attack you from the time you get off the bus to the time you get back on the bus and leave. They're already in attack mode. So I see the pace of the offense continuing. Just hopefully we'll see a decline in the turnovers, and that turnovers meaning fumbles and interceptions. And I think that will put him in the best position to come from behind and steal this MVP.
Yeah, see, my thing is, I think he has the capability of being in the top 5, even top 3 again. And but what I do like over there is it's not all on him anymore. They got a running back over there now, Tyson Williams. So now they got a run game over there. I think you're gonna see a lot more accuracy coming out of Colin Murray now that they could turn around and hand the ball over 20 times a game if need be. I think his passing attempts is going to go down, which is going to rise his completion percentage. So I like him still being in the mix as well. J.K. Dobbins, the 7 on this list, man. I think J.K. Dobbins is a top 5 candidate because of the production. He's going to get the ball. The newcomer on this list is DeAndre Swift, who's playing at a high level, upsetting a bunch of guys right now. 5-2, DeAndre Swift. He's averaging about 130 yards a game right now. I like him. I think we're just going to have to figure it out. Can he remain in the top 10? Who knows? Lamar Jackson is at 9. And then the young rookie Byron Kitchens coming off a big win in Week 8 as well, too, right now. He's been playing at a high level all year. This is a receiver. We got 2 of them where out of the 2, I do think he could be the one that could be still on this list when it's all said and done. And the MVP race. Now let's get to the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Obviously, Anthony Schwartz, Baker Mayfield, Casey Fields, J.K. Dobbins, Bryce Smalls, the rookie tight end, Lamar Jackson, Javonte Williams, Hollywood Brown, Travis Etienne, and Justin Herbert are your top 10 Offensive Player of the Year right now. Let's go to NFC right now. My apologies, fellas. Let's go to the NFC. Offensive Player of the Year. Ronald Jones, Shaequan Barkley, Byron Kitchens, Colin Murray, Swift, Deshaun Watson, Bronny James. Like, you really gonna name your receiver Bronny James like Falk don't got a king? Jesus Christ, man. I'm Antonio Gibson, Rondell Moore, and Isabella, man. Last year we saw Rondell Moore and Isabella catch the ball for 100 catches or more, and also receive yards over 2,000 and plus 20 plus touchdowns apiece from these guys. Do the Cardinals repeat that? Do they come back and have these 2 guys doing the same thing? Now they don't have D-Hop to worry about over there, and they got a young rookie that they're bringing up, but do that young rookie cut into these guys' production like Hopkins did, or they can string him along? So what my question is do we see Rondell Moore with another 2,000 yards and Isabella with another 2,000 yards?
No. I think the rookie is going to get a lot of those yards. And, I don't think that they'll be upset, because I think the team's going to continue to compete, continue to win. And if they got to share some yardage and they're still, and the scoreboard is going off all the time, I don't think anybody complains
at all. Let's look at Defensive Player of the Year war race right now. Joshua Mooney, we saw him pick 5 passes off against the Cardinals against Colin Murray in one game. This kid's been playing at a high level, or did he have that one big game that got him still sitting right here? You get 5 interceptions in a game, they're gonna talk about you for weeks. You know what I mean? We're still talking about it. So is Joshua Moon a guy that we can count on to be here in this top 3 Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC when it's all said and done, or is he just still benefiting off of a couple weeks ago him having 5 interceptions in one game?
Oh yeah, he's still riding the wave of that. Because you have astronomical games like that. It takes the league some time to catch up to numbers like that. So
right, and even with that, he's not leading the league in INTs either.
Right.
Cameron Bynum, he's been Cameron Bynum since we started the league has been playing at a high level at safety. You got Melifanu, man, who's secure at corner, and got these Lions, man. Listen, we're looking at Lions on offense and defense right now, man. They are turning their franchise around right now. Troy Akpe, one of the top lead interception guys, if not number 1. He's tied for first. He had 8 last time I checked. Johnny Hells, linebacker for the Cowboys, sitting at 5. Bradbury playing the safety for the first time this year at 6-2 with the Giants. 6. Byron Murphy Jr. right now. Now, you think Byron Murphy is benefiting from the fact that Goin is a shutdown this year? The rookie played so well, we gave him the title of the number 1 corner in the league as a rookie coming into his second season. You think Byron Murphy Jr. is benefiting from that?
Oh yeah, his targets have gone up, and he's been getting a lot of pass breakups, picking the ball off. So right now he's playing out of his mind right now, and the league is starting to recognize it. So there may be maybe the slot corners get ready to benefit, as well as Byron Murphy is playing along with his counterpart, the rookie.
He was quoted as saying, guys are running the football out of control for my last year and even coming into this year. And they're starting to throw the ball a little bit more. You're seeing some of these running teams starting to try to throw the ball a little bit more. And that's the reason why I'm having a good season this year, is because guys are trying this a little bit more now. He didn't get credit to going. He put it on the teams he playing. For the most part, were all running teams, and now they're starting to throw the ball a little bit more, and this is the benefit. What benefits from people throwing the ball? He got opportunities and chances to take. Paulson Adebo is sitting here at 8, and Devin White at 9, and then you got Rashaan Yates, the rookie safety. I'm really impressed with what the Lions are doing right now on the board. So let's go look at the AFC, and let's see who the defensive player of the years are right now. Derwin James. All right, Coach Carter's playing. Corey's playing. Every time he has Derwin James, we have to worry about Derwin James winning the defensive player of the year award. He does a really good job with him at the sub linebacker position, and he uses this guy, so all his action that he does is himself for the most part. Derwin James Jr., I think he'll remain at the 1, 2, or 3. Captain Baltimore, Donovan Steiner, man. Gonna talk about him, and I quoted saying that he's the Ed Reed of our secondary right now. Do you think I gave him a good example to lead by, by calling him Ed Reed?
I think I know where you were going with the Ed Reed reference. I haven't watched Donovan to see if he was more of a Ed Reed, or was he more of when Eric Weddle was running our offense. I'm not talking about speed wise. I'm talking about he was calling the offense out damn near as fast as they were lining up.
All right. I mean, this guy. Go ahead. I'm listening. My bad.
I'm just saying that he was out there directing. I see Steiner doing that. Ed already trusted that his teammates were going to be where they were supposed to be, so he would purposely go out of position
to make plays. Yeah.
And just fly in there and make plays.
He's the playmaker in the secondary, man. That we move him all over the place from free to strong. He's back deep. He's a hitter. He's a very good tackler. He definitely gets us in spots we need to be in right now. Number 3 on this list is Clyde Sampson, a rookie corner, number 4 pick in the draft, sitting up here trying to become the Ty Gowan of last year. The Cardinals rookie. Corner was the man all last year. And on the AFC side, we got another rookie that's showing that he could be a shutdown, and he wants respect on his name early, man. It's a little too early to give him his own island right now, but he's keep your eyes open, because he's balling right now, and a lot of it benefited from the ass whooping he gave to the Raiders. I mean, he's been playing. His schedule is light as shit. When you tanked all last year, he's playing all the bottom players teams right now, and he's convincingly handling these guys. But then you saw when he had to play a dog, the score got tighter, and the game a lot closer. Where he got to play football, and we haven't really seen this guy make plays in the big games. He making plays in those cleanup games where they putting up 60 and 70 points on guys. Adolphe Owe at 4. Alonzo Battle. I like this corner better than I like the first corner rookie up here. I think this guy is really on his way to an island. The Jets is on their way to get another guy that can shut down the whole side of a field himself. I played him. I literally threw 3 interceptions to this guy, and he followed my number 1 receiver all over the field as a rookie, and he really did his thing in that game. Watch out for this kid, Alonzo Battle. We will be speaking his name a lot more. Caden Stearns been balling out hardcore for the Broncos. He's one of the reasons why the Broncos can do a lot of things in that secondary. He's part of that no-fly zone secondary. He's balling. Marlon Humphreys is trying to make a name, trying to step up a little bit more. Patrick Surtain is there. Miles Jack, and then Jose Cuervo for the Bengals at defensive end sitting there. All right, so let's get through the offensive rookie of the years right now. AFC, Casey Fields. Tight end, Bryce Moss. Tim Howard, the running back over there for the Buffalo Bills, is balling right now. C. Randy Moss Johnson, the 6'6" freak out here putting its work. Jim Brown II, Joey Odaya, Vince Weber, a couple running backs, Sam Russell, the quarterback for the Steelers, Andrew LaFleur, this is what's the bull for the Patriots? He played like him, Wes Welker, something like that. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he reminds me of him, man. Not going to kill you with speed, but he's such a good route runner and great hands guy. So I like what he's doing. Then you got Adrian Carmichael, the fastest rookie in the draft, at the wide receiver spot, sitting there at 10. NFC rookies right now. Let's look and see who's doing what. Byron Kitchens is a man child. Very good receiver, man. He's polished right now. This guy looks like he's been in the league for a while already, the way he's playing right now. Then you got the kid from the Cowboys at number 2. He's balling out. He had his breakout game against the Ravens. He had a big time go get it catch for 49 yards, and then since then he hasn't turned around at all. Although Hitter was quoted saying, what position he play, left tackle? Because all I see is running when I play him. Shots fired. But this kid over here, Cowboys receiver, I'm not gonna say his name until he changed that shit. Deion McCoy, bro, I got to play him last night. This guy is a man child at 240 pounds. You talking about fall forward? Who cares about fall forward? This guy will run you over. Do not let him don't let him be at full speed at second and third level. Is a problem, and a problem that nobody else wants to have. I just think they don't give him the ball enough. Doolittle got the Washington football team 7-1 right now. Sheldon Ward for the Cardinals right now, and King James as well for the Cardinals. Let's talk about these 2 rookies, Sheldon Ward, King James, and we're going to talk about Doolittle, all right? Doolittle has changed the face of Washington football right now. Not only do he got them 7-1, he's not playing wild cowboy football right now. Like, they really got this guy cutting the field in half, making two reads before he take off, 2 to 3 reads. As you can see, each game go by, they start to open the field up a little bit more for him. But right now, they cut the field in half, and he got a deep route, he got a check down, and he'll take the fuck off on you. I love how they're using him right now, and I think as long as they stay safe with him and continue to allow him to grow and not give him too much to handle, that he's going to be in the mix for this Offensive Rookie of the Year award right now. Then you got Sheldon Ward. When you're coming to a team where you have to replace a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, all eyes are on you. Sheldon Ward, big, tall receiver, 6'5", with great speed and agility, man. He's like the Randy Moss of that draft class, him and Byron Kitchens. But my thing is this. They got 2 really good studs at that receiver right now. Is there enough football to go around with him and King James, and along with the other 2 guys that we saw that was up for the Offensive Player of the Year awards? What do you think about Sheldon Ward? Are we getting to see him? We're going to see him rise up this rookie conversation, or you think he's right where he should be at 5?
I mean, he's not even, if you think about a rookie wide receiver, we got kids that's not even where they should be. That's, just speaking for myself, I thought last year when Justin Jefferson, showed out for the league, I didn't really think there was going to be somebody else that was going to come back and duplicate a type of rookie year like that. We have 2 candidates right now that are doing that, so that's unbelievable. That's awesome.
Man, you giving Colin Murray weapons, and remember this: Colin Murray is unlocked. Colin Murray has everything he needs to be able to run the Peyton Manning style offense. Peyton quoted this last year. He said, right now we handicapped because of where our quarterback's at. No shot to our quarterback, but our quarterback is trying to run the scheme that I want him to run. And to be able to, you got to be a very high intelligent IQ. You got to be able to see the field really well. And you got to be able to make things happen on your own, right? And You're starting to see that now. Now that he has, he unlocked himself into that X Factor status. You're seeing a guy who actually commands the field now and can get his guys into things that he needed them to get into. You're seeing a lot more adjustments at the line of scrimmage. You're seeing him getting in and out of plays. You're seeing him looking at the coverage. You're watching him look at the coverage pre-snap and then determine what to do when a ball snapped as well. I think because of that, then you add a 6'5" receiver that he's got to grow up. When he grow up, he's going to be a problem. But then, you got King James at tight end, a weapon they didn't have at all last year, where you almost see he's the reason why those receivers are having such a good season already, because he demands so much attention in the middle of the field. This Cardinals offense it can be really dangerous this year with that running back. They got a damn near 2,000-yard running back in the backfield. In his second year, he's in his prime, and then on the outside, they're young as hell at receivers and quarterback. This team get protection. And this team can really do some things where they can score with the best of them. I'm really waiting to see. This is the fast break offense. I'm waiting to see it. We're waiting to see the Peyton Manning mind with the fast break offense, and you got Cliff Kingsbury over there, with the air raid, and it's just like, what more could you ask for? Like, this is a team that sell tickets because of their offense, not their defense. GETA Styles, man, the #1 quarterback in the draft, #1 quarterback that comes out, first quarterback selected, and the 2-6 record is not. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm impressed with this guy is doing with this quarterback this year. I think he's balling at an all-time high level as a rookie right now. The rest of the team got to catch up though. That's it. You got to get the defense to catch up with him. Other than that, what do you feel about GETA Styles?
I mean, I think he was one of those quarterbacks that maybe early in the year we were looking at his completion percentage might have been in the 70s, if memory serves me correct. And I'm looking at him now, and I'm more impressed than I was then. Now quarterback rating's up to 84.3. He's thrown for almost 2,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, 22 INTs. So they are definitely...
But we cut the rookies breaks when they throw interceptions, you know what I mean? We want, you know what I mean? You gotta get them out their system right now. The thing is he's going to grow from those interceptions. And then a quarterback nobody thought about even to be picking to be on this list at all is Freddy Miner over there. Guy's team 5-2 right now. After starting off with a 22.2 QB rating, he's been flying high ever since right now. This offense is hitting all cylinders as well out there in the Motor City. How you feel about Freddy Miner?
Man, my first thought was who?
Mm-hmm.
Like where did this guy come from? We didn't expect him. I agree with everything that you said, and this is just, man, the guys in this league, man, I don't know, they're really doing a great job with a lot of these young quarterbacks. I don't know if they're concentrating more on trying to keep them out of harm's way. I know sometimes you may think 22 interceptions is in harm's way. I particularly don't. I'm just really impressed with these new breed of coaches that have come in and have made opportunities for their young quarterbacks to be successful and not lose confidence early.
This is a young man's game, and hopefully if Boone's still watching, Circle Bob said I'm loading up, he on now. So if you watching, Boone, Circle Bob is loading up, and you welcome. All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. Freddy Miner, we watched him score 77 points. Not saying he scored it, but we watched his team produce 77 points against the Washington football team. We also watched him go out there and have the Giants 30-3 in that ball game. This Lions team is for real, and I'm starting to think that this Lions team is the best team in the NFC North right now.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give him a crown until he actually takes it from those that are wearing it. So, as of right now, the NFC representative, Coach D West, I wouldn't want to take that from him, and I'm not prepared to put him over Craig.
I'm prepared to say the NFC North. This is the best team in the NFC North right now. I'm prepared to say that. I commit. We could debate this right now. He's better than the Bears right now. They're more exciting than the Bears. They're producing more when it comes down to players, making plays for them, and being on the annual award show right now. I mean, he turned this team from the #1 pick last year to they looking like they on their way to a playoff run right now, and I think they can win the division right now. And I still think they're behind. They're ahead of schedule. Like, this team is not supposed to be doing this right now. And yes, coaching is the reason why they're doing this. The coach is locked in right now. That's the first thing. The second thing is you can't do this without a signal caller. You cannot pitch your team into a 5-2 situation and beat playoff teams convincingly without Freddy Miner being a man that's partially responsible for this. He's the best team because my Wi-Fi tripping. Yeah, I agree. Facts. All right, George Nelson, I think he's up here by chance, not choice. Frank McCain, also another guy that's playing well. We can't sleep on the Saints' second receiver as well. Another rookie that he got playing and balling out right now. All right, so did I do AFC rookies? Yes, we did. Let's go to the defense. All right, so Clyde Sampson and Alonzo Battle are 1 and 2. Quavo for the Bengals at DN is balling. You got number 3. You got Rodney Harrison sitting at 4, safety. You got Ray Lewis second at 5. Tarquin Battle. We got a bunch of battles in the building this year. We had 3 of them come out, the twins and the older brother. All right, so Alonzo Battle being the older brother, and then the twin. His twin is over there in Buffalo, Tarquin Battle, and then Matthew Battles is over there in Buffalo. Jelani Glenn, 6'4", tweener, man. This guy plays corner and safety. He does it at a high level. He's up here at 7. Johnny Wilson at 8 for the Texans. You got Aaron Ridley, the fastest safety in the draft, balling out for the Buffalo Bills. And then Devon Ward is a tackling machine for the Chiefs right now. So we like all these guys sitting up here on this list. But the battle is who's the best rookie corner right now. And is one of these guys going to turn themselves into a shutdown corner after year 1? Can they follow in the footsteps of going over there? You know, he has his own island right now. Can they follow in the footsteps of that? Here we go. Best quarter. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Let's go to NFC best defensive players right now. All right, so best rookie defensive players is Johnny Hell's the linebacker for the Cowboys. Raheem Yates for the Lions. Like I said, the Lions is on deck all over the place. The Vikings, Antonio Rice is up here. You got Silas Burgess. You got Cyril DeBois. You got Von Savage. I don't think nobody understands what this safety does at the free safety position for the Philadelphia Eagles. He is literally, I mean, you could call him Andre Waters. You could call him what's the other guy that played safety for them for a long time that went to Clemson? What's his name?
Brian Dawkins. Yeah.
Brian Dawkins. He has he's like a tweener between those two guys right now. I love how he's playing. Sheldon Randall, another safety that's balling. Von Teller, the middle linebacker, man. They said this is the son of Lawrence Teller. So he's over there in New York following the footsteps of his father. Jeremy Cumberland, defensive end for the Cardinals. And then you got Miles Evans, another safety, and he's for the Bucks right now, your defensive players of the year. Rookie award right now. Now we're looking at the Colin Murray is #1 quarterback in the NFC. Kellen Mond, Doolittle, Miner, Styles, Darnold, Lance, Prescott, Cake, and Wilson. On 1, 2, 3, 4 rookies out of 10 players at the best quarterback position. Did you expect that, Guns?
No, I expected, I expected the rookies to have a problem, dealing with the speed of the game. So I expected there to be one more run, with some of the older guys. And it still is majority of the veterans. But I wasn't expecting Sidney Cakes to be here.
But you know what's crazy though?
Freddy Miner, I didn't expect him to be here either.
Yeah, but this is what's crazy about this. There's not a quarterback on this list that's been in the league for more than 3 years.
That's true.
So even our veterans are still young quarterbacks right now. Like, the one thing that this league has quarterbacks right now. You got a bunch of guys. I mean, this is probably the best group of quarterbacks in the NFL has ever had. If you really think about it, from all 32 teams, got young good quarterbacks outside a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady's still in the league. He's not ready to hand over the throne yet to anybody else. Who else? You got Russell Wilson still in the league. Aaron Rodgers is still in the league. But these guys are starting to, you don't see them on this list at all. They're starting to look like they're who they are right now. All these quarterbacks, except for Russell Wilson, is on this list. The NFC, not, young boys, man. They all young. Over here in the AFC, same thing. Baker Mayfield, 3 years in. Justin Herbert, 2 years in. Patrick Mahomes, 4 years in. Josh Allen, 3 years in. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 years in. Sam Russell, rookie. Nick Cargman, rookie. Zach Wilson, 2 years in. Solari, 1 year rookie. Jalen Hurts, 2 years in. All young quarterbacks on this list right now. Putting in work right now. You look at best running backs in the AFC. Casey Fields is #1 running back in the AFC. J.K. Dobbins, Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, Derrick Henry, Eckler, Tim Howard, Najee Harris, Jim Brown II, and Phillip Lindsay are your top 10 running backs in the AFC. NFC running backs goes as follows: Ronald Jones, Shaequan Barkley, DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gibson, one of the running backs we don't talk much about. That is really the reason why the Washington football team is playing at a high level right now. Deion McCoy, the big back. Tyson Williams, Christian McCaffrey still holding it down, Ezekiel Elliott, Mostert, and young Michael Warner are your top 10 running backs in the NFC. The receivers, Brian Kitchens, the rookie, holding it down. The Cowboys receiver is second on this list. Isabella Rondell Moore, third and fourth. Justin Jefferson, do we not talk about him enough?
Yeah, we talk about him enough because he's the truth and he's following it up.
Mm-hmm. Veteran of the group, DeAndre Hopkins, holding it down, got the Eagles playing at a high level. Curtis Samuels, Sheldon Ward on this list, and Cardinals are back at it with 3 receivers in the top 10. Devontae Smith is holding it down. Heisman is on here. And Larry Goddard, the young rookie over here, balling out. That's your NFC wide receivers, AFC wide receivers. Anthony Schwartz at 1, Hollywood Brown at 2, Tyreek Hill at 3, Jamar Chase at 4, Jalen Waddle at 5. Now let's stop at the first 5 right now. All right, so those first 5 names I just named right now. What's the common? What is common about these 5 receivers? Speed kills.
Miles per hour. Absolutely.
All right, so between Anthony Schwartz, Hollywood, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, and Waddle, what separates those 5 receivers? Like if you just those names, who's different from those out of those 5?
I mean Chase is a different one out of here because all of these guys there. Chase is the only one that I don't know of, that ran collegiately track wise as well.
Right.
I think Chase is the bigger wide receiver, obviously, than all of these guys. He towers over these guys. And he's the only non-track guy that I know of that's out of this group.
Yeah, he probably ran the slowest 40 out of those top 4 that we talked about. So I agree with you there. Now, when we get down here to the 6 through 10 guys, you got C. Randy Moss Johnson, 6'6", man. I played this guy. He's a monster. He's everything is advertised. He was the #1 runner, wide receiver slot. He was the #2 overall rated player in the draft. He's everything is advertised. Rashad Bateman is at 7. Corey Davis for the Jets is at 8, and then you got Andrew LaFleur. Again, this kid, who expected him to be on this list right now over there with that type of receiving core over there? Like the Cleveland Browns are loaded, we know that, but Odell, Jarvis Landry, and now Anthony Schwartz is the #1 receiver in the AFC right now, and then this kid LaFleur is on the list as well, and he's over the other 2 kids that we just named, Landry and Odell. So that just tells you, what type of game he's playing, man. I think this is a needed receiver in their offense right now, the guy that can be a complete possession receiver. Now they got 2 of them. Landry, he moves the chains all day long, but they haven't seemed to me as they got him involved right now. Do you think that the fact that Andrew LaFleur is stepping up the way he is, do you think that we'll see Landry not on this team too much longer?
It'll be between the 2 LSU receivers. One of them is still, both of them are still very productive, but one of them financially could price himself out of Cleveland. And then another one just could be just off sheer talent. You know, so if they make the talent move, then yeah, Landry will be out of here. And if they decide to make a financial move, then we can see OBJ.
No doubt, no doubt. And then you got Jalen Camp over here producing for the young rookie Justice for All over there. Now, all right, so let's get to the line. We got to show the big boys some love.
Let's show Jalen Camp some love, because the one thing that separates Jalen Camp from everybody on this list, he was a practice squad claim.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yes, sir.
He has gone to this team and has made a tremendous difference. So, you know, shout out to Las Vegas, you know, for, you know, putting a claim in, bringing this kid in, acclimating him to the offense, and now he's become the favorite target of his new quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. Way to point that out, man. Bars. Quentin Nelson, you got Wyatt Teller, Ryan Ramczak, Joe Bettino, Patrick Falk, Corey Linsley, J.C. Treader, David Andrews, Joe Thuney, and Jedrick Willis Jr. When I said the Cleveland Browns had the best offensive line in the league, do they not have the best offensive line in the league? 3 out of their 5 are sitting on this list.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 sitting right on this list.
Chilling. NFC lineman right now, you're going to see Trent Brown. Oh my God, Ronnie Stanley is in the NFC now. Lane Johnson, veteran. Rodney Hudson, veteran. You see all veterans up here. Trent Brown, Stanley's the youngest out of all of them, but he's a veteran. All top 4 are veterans. And then you get to the young boys. Tristan Wirfs, another veteran. Brandon Sheriff, Brandon Brooks, a veteran. Ali Marpet, veteran. Trent Williams, another veteran, and Frank Ragnow is another veteran over here, man. So it looks like the NFC got the veteran linemen out here putting in work all day, all night. All right, so let's go best defensive lineman. Montez Sweat, we've seen this record play on repeat before. He's balling. Donnell Hunter is doing his damn thing. Aaron Donald is balling. He's on his way back up to X Factor. Josh Sweat, now he's showing off. I told you he's a young player, but he's been on the team for 5 seasons right now, so he's like a veteran on that defense. A bunch of young guys running around. Josh Sweat is making his name as a defensive end you need to worry about. J.J. Watt holding it down in the middle. You got Brandon Graham holding it down. The Eagles got guys balling right now. Quincy Roche, he's benefiting from the kid Chandler over there. Brian Burns gets to the quarterback early and often. We got a new kid, Jeremy Cumberland. It seems like the Cardinals always finds pass rushers, man. Somehow, some way. You saw Vicky D rise to the occasion last year when he had Chandler and J.J. Watt holding it down for him. Now Chandler's gone. They got Vicky D, J.J. Watt, and now this kid is stepping up right now, number 9 on this list. And Rashaan Farrell, another one of those guys that unlocked that's going to have an ability very soon. He's balling out as a rookie. Another one of those Lions. You know, the Lions, every rookie they drafted is a starter for this team right now, and they all showing off right now. So shout out to the Lions. Linebackers, NFC. Let's talk about who has the better side. All right, Guns. Roquan Smith is number 1 on this list. Troy Dye is making a name for himself. Superstar linebacker for the Vikings. Troy Dye, 2nd season. Johnny Hale's a rookie sitting on this list at 3. Shaquille Barrett, veteran on this list. Young Micah Parsons is up here. Young Devin White is up here. Young Hassan Reddick is up here. Veteran Eric Kendricks is up here for the Vikings. That's 2 of them. Azizi is up here. Another young linebacker for the Giants. And then veteran Deion Jones up here. Now, I named all 10 of their linebackers up here. They got a mixture between youth and veterans over here. And when you go to the AFC side of things, at the linebacker level, apologize. Let's get back to the linebackers. Bang, we're here. Here we go. Adolphe Owe, young linebacker. Dylan, young linebacker. Johnny Wilson, young linebacker. Joey Bosa, veteran. Hammer, Nasir Dean, young linebacker. Ray Lewis II, young linebacker. C.J. Mosley, a veteran. Miles Jack, young linebacker but veteran. Blake Cashman, young linebacker, and then Tarquin Battle, the rookie young linebacker. When you talk about the top 10 for the NFC and the top 10 for the AFC, who has the better group of linebackers?
Ooh, AFC. We got quarterbacks running for their lives in this conference.
I like the AFC as well, and I'm not being biased because I'm in the AFC. I like the AFC as a whole right now because what I think is right now you're not seeing the better linebackers from the NFC is not really on this list right now. And I think a lot of it is due to you got linebackers that should be on this list that's not on this list, but guys are putting safeties at sub linebacker, and it's taken away from their linebackers playing, for 3 downs. So I think that's what kills the NFC a little bit more than the AFC. The AFC using their linebackers a little bit more. All right, so let's go to DBs over here. Derwin James, and again, Derwin benefits from being at the sub linebacker package, which gives him kind of the cheat code to be at safety, holding it down. But he still is on the board as a safety until he's moved to a linebacker. He's a safety. Donovan Steiner's number 2 on this list. Then you get to the corners. Young Clyde Sampson, young Arlonzo Battle. Then you got Caden Stearns at safety, Patrick Surtain. Then you got Marlon Humphreys, C.J. Henderson, Ronnie Harrison, the rookie, and then Marcus Williams at safety over here. They the DBs for the AFC. Let's look at the NFC DBs right now. I do think that the NFC DBs could possibly be a little better than the AFC DBs right now. You got Melifanu for the Lions. You got Bynum for the Vikings. You got Joshua Moon for the Bears. You got Troy Akpe leading the league in interceptions. Bradbury moved to safety as well. Now a lot of these, Bradbury and Moon are the same type, because what happens is they both have 5 interception games, which got them up here. You got Jerry Jacobs, who won defensive MVP last year. Harrison Smith, the veteran. Byron Murphy, Adobo, and then you got rookie Rasheem Lace. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Are the AFC DBs, NFC DBs better than the AFC?
Nope.
Not at all. Make your case why.
I mean, this is. I mean, look at these guys. I'm okay. I mean, they don't. It seems like the AFC corners are more battle tested. And like you pointed out, some of these guys are benefiting off of 1 or 2 games. And if they're doing that, I don't see that being the case in the AFC. So if they're doing it in the NFC, what are the corners really doing in the NFC?
My thing is this: I just think the NFC has more running teams than they do have passing teams, and I think in the AFC you see a lot more passing teams than running teams. If you look at the top 5 teams, and if you go to standings and look at the top 10 teams in the NFC, and you talk about their makeup of what they do on far as what they do offensively, right? When we get to it, let's see if I can get to this real fast. And we talk about what they are, who they are on offense. I think you got a lot more running teams over there than you do in the NFC. So let's see if my argument is right. The number 1 team in the NFC right now is a pure passing team, and that's the Cardinals. But then you go ask the football team, what do we got here? Is this a run-based team, or is this a pass team? Or maybe they're both 50-50.
Yeah, they do a good job of mixing up their offense.
I agree. The Giants, are they a run-first or a pass-first team?
It's Saquon first. It's 26 first.
All right, the Eagles with their triple headed monsters in the backfield, are they a run-first team or a pass-first team?
I think they do a good job at mixing up the run and the pass since the addition of D-Hop.
Right. All right, so the Bears, are they a run first team or a pass first team?
Bears is a run first team.
Yep. I agree. Lions, run first team or pass first team?
Definitely a run first team.
All right, Bucks, run first team or a pass first team?
The Bucks pass.
49ers and Coach Drew, who hasn't been locked in yet, is he a run first or a pass first team?
He has the intentions of running the football. If you take the run away early, he's a little slow to come back to it. He'll continue to pass the ball, but I think since he's been back,
all the teams with a winning record, it was kind of split, bro. It wasn't. I don't think it was more running teams than it was passing teams. I think it was kind of split. So we look at the AFC as a whole right now, and you look at the teams that's up front. All right, so the Browns, are they a run first team or a pass first team?
Unfortunately, a pass first team.
Ravens, are they a run first or a pass first team?
Oh, definitely run first.
Broncos, run first or pass first? I think it
like
depends on
them
the
as a run
game.
first.
I like them
Yeah.
as a run first now, but I think it depends on the game as well too. I think they like
Yeah.
the football team. They're a little balanced at what they do. Chargers, run first or pass first?
Pass first.
Bills, 5-2, run first or pass first?
Pass first.
Patriots, run first or pass first?
They pass.
Jaguars, run or pass first?
They pass. Yeah, run first.
Chiefs, run or pass?
Oh, pass first.
All right, and that's your winning record team. So, I think if you look at it, I think there's more running teams over here in the AFC. And maybe I'm not right. Seems like it's a little bit more run first teams. Because if you look at Boone's going to run the ball. If he playing somebody he has to run the ball against. The Ravens run first. Broncos, same way. They'll run if they have to run. But I think they kind of like, they remind me of the football team as well. They both kind of like balance what they do. Chargers throwing the ball. Bills, we don't know the old Bills was a pass first team. Their makeup is for pass, but as you can see, Tim Howard is balling for them at running back. So I don't know yet. You know the Nano runs the ball, you run the ball, and Rich the Barber flings that shit.
I do want to clean something up here from what I said. If I called you out as a team and you think that you're not that team, I'm not calling you that coach. What I'm saying is what you're doing on offense, you're probably catering to a rookie or to a young player, and you're working on stats either way, or you're working on something, and it's caused you to, this is what your offense is now.
Right.
So I don't mean to tell you who you are. I'm just noticing what you're doing, and when it surprises me, I go and I try to find out why.
Right, no doubt.
And for the most part, I'll find a young running back, a young wide receiver, a young tight end. I'm like, oh, so that's why they switched from running to passing a little bit more. You know, they're trying to build this guy, that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We in the league now. I mean, you got stats is hard to come by because you got guys playing playoff games from the time the regular season starts. So, and that's a testament to what the league is right now. So all that building your guys is harder than what it used to be. Baker Mayfield's leading the league in passing at 3,418. Colin Murray second, 2,139. Deshaun Watson, true Deshaun Watson, all user game Deshaun Watson, 2,764. I'm very impressed with what Deshaun is doing right now. Justin Herbert, 2,706. Cakes, 2,631. Styles, 2,628. Jackson, 2,529. And again, to me, I don't, Jackson had 2 computer games. You can see the difference between computer game when we play computer versus users a lot this right now. All right, Freddy Miner's on here, 2,522. Patrick Mahomes, 2,431. And Kellen Mond, 2,392. You go to touchdown, quarterbacks with the most touchdowns right now, it's going to be as follows. 45 for Colin Murray, 31 for Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, 28, tied with Lamar Jackson, 28. Deshaun Watson with 24, tied with Kellen Mond. 23 with Freddy Miner and Patrick Mahomes. And then there's Nick Cargman with 21, and then Styles and Doolittle tied with 20. Who's leading the league in donations? Let's go find out. The donations of the donators is Dak Prescott with 32. Sidney Cake with 31, Russell Wilson with 31, Colin Murray with 27, Solari for 26, tied with Aaron Rodgers, Freddie Miner with 24, then you got Cargman, Styles with 22 and 21, Tannehill with 21, Justice with 20. Run game right now. Oh my God. Ronald Jones, 228 carries. The next man to him is 190. Oh my God. All right, so 228. Ronald, 1793. He's on his way to 2,000 yards fast. J.K. Dobbins with 190, 1318 right now. Najee Harris 157 with 693. Fields with 152 with 1,098. Philip Lindsay with 146, Shaequan Barkley with 145, Travis Etienne with 143, Javonte Williams with 139. Yards wise though, let's see who's 1,000-yard backs. How many of them we have? How many of us have them? 1793, Ronald Jones, Barkley with 1370, Dobbins with 1311, Fields with 1098. So at this point, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs with 1,000 yards at this point right now. Out of the 4 on this list, Shaequan is averaging 9.4. All right, touchdowns right now. Let's see. Right now, no one's even anywhere near. This guy got 16 more touchdowns than the next man. Ronald Jones with 31 right now. J.K. Dobbins with 15, Casey Fields 14, Shaequan Barkley 13, Eckler 13, 12 for Swift, Regas with 12, Howard with 12, 11 for McCoy, 10 for Miles Sanders, and then there's a drop off. So look at the receivers who catching the ball at a high volume right now. All right, Anthony Schwartz with 54 catches. Kyle Pitts, the tight end, with 52. Tyreek Hill, 45. The Cowboys receiver, 44. Byron Kitchens, 43. Mark Andrews, 41. Kelsey, 41. Kittle's 41. Are you impressed with the tight ends being on this list like this?
I'm beyond impressed. I mean, we all knew about Kyle Pitts, but when you start looking at the numbers, you know, from that these other guys are putting up, hell, these coaches, they're getting everybody open. Wide receivers open, you know, they're drafting tight ends that are more athletic and they can make a difference. A lot of these guys we're just a you know, an Eminem away from, you know, from being a wide receiver, and they got to play in tight end position. So they're definitely doing it.
As the years grow, man, the athletes differ. They bigger, faster, and stronger. Simple as that. And it's unique. And the more you get these type of athletes coming out, you know, the more you can do things offensively, man. And that's what I want to know. I want to know, you know, these guys with these type of athletes, how are you scheming for them? How are you making their athletic ability stand out? You know what I'm saying? How many? You don't see a lot of guys wasting, especially at the tight end position, having these type of athletes at tight end. They're not being wasted. You look at the receivers and the body build. I mean, we got receivers that's tight end bodies right now out here playing at a high level. At the receiver, running great routes, got good speed. I mean, the league is diverse and guys are using their weapons. Simple as that. We're seeing a lot of rookies produce right now. And they came in year one out of the first draft class and they're producing right now. Can't wait to continue to see the build with how guys are playing right now. Alright, so we're going to go to the yards. And nobody's close to homeboy right now. I mean, we do got a couple 1,000-yard receivers right now. But it's 1738 for Anthony Schwartz, and then it's Byron Kitchens with 1465. After that, Hollywood with 1,020, and Jamar Chase has 1,000 yards right now, 1,013. You look at average yards per catch. So far, the top guy that's in the 1,000-yard bracket right now. Anthony Schwartz is averaging 32.2 yards a catch. Kitchens 34.1. Hollywood 31.9. Jamar Chase 25.3. Tight end Bryce Moore is averaging 26.2. It's rare to see a tight end up here without tight end average numbers. You know, usually tight ends are somewhere between 12 to 15 yards, 12 to 18 yards per catch. This guy's sitting at 26.2, and it's due to the size. 6'7", 261 with 92 speed is a super athlete, bro. Seriously. All right, so again, he's fifth on this list as a receiver, 995 yards. I'm 5 yards away from 1,000. Week balling, Moore balling. I think anytime you see Rondell Moore, Isabella is somewhere around the corner. Kyle Pitts is up here with 908 on his way to 1,000. Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss Jr., the Cowboys receiver, and there's Isabella sitting right here. Waddle is also you know, the Dolphins are having a disappointing season right now, man. Right now, they hit as a one-year wonder right now. They need to turn this shit around real fast. I don't think it's over for them. I do think they still going to fight their ass off to make it to the playoffs. But right now, you know, they're in a situation. Last year, we saw Waddle just with numbers that nobody else can even, like, phantom. You couldn't get nowhere near those numbers outside of the Cardinal receivers. And he did it with 3. If you combine those numbers, but if he had one receiver doing what Waddle did, we would have probably saw 4,000 yards, 50-something touchdowns. But we didn't. We saw, you know, 3 or 4 of them over there doing that right now. Anthony Schwartz with 19 touchdowns. Bryce Moss tied with 19 there first. The Cowboys receiver got 15. Byron Kitchens 14. Hollywood 14, tied for third. Isabella is on this list tied by himself, 13. He's number 5 on this list. Reek and Rondell Moore are tied for 6. And then you got King James and Sheldon Ward. Samuels, Waddle, and Jefferson tied at 10. And then a whole bunch of 9s coming behind that. Let's look at defense right now. I'm gonna look at the tackles, and nothing changes. Devon Ward is still leading the league in tackles right now as a rookie. Are you impressed with that, Guns?
Oh yeah, a rookie leading in tackles. This kid is flying. So I think it was maybe another broadcast or two ago. I think it was somebody had brought that up, and I'm really impressed with the defense that's around him. And just allow him to run free and go crazy.
Yeah, bro, I'm really excited about this kid right here, man. 91 speed, 91 excel. This kid is part of why the Chiefs are gonna continue to maintain to be relevant in the AFC West. I think they're headed back to the playoffs with this type of team. Their defense is better than it was last year, and they got in. I think they will get in this year, and it's going to be solely due to this kid right here, Devon Ward. 72 tackles as a rookie, man. He's getting to the football. And I mean, he's up here with names like Roquan Smith, Javin White. You got Devon Diablo. A lot of this is computer love, so I'm really just going to skip it. Kendricks, too, and it's not his fault, but we got to figure out why his gang keep dropping. But Mike got the Notre Dame standout. Jeremy JOK is up here with 57 tackles. Darwin James from the sub linebacker. Young Ray Lewis for the Baltimore Ravens with 56 tackles right now on the season. He's balling out. He's starting to become his own now over here. And I go to my tackle for loss stats, which is my favorite stat. Darwin James is leading this. No more. It's now Myles Garrett, rookie outside linebacker, the fastest rookie outside linebacker that was drafted with 93 speed, 93 excel. Coach Shelton for the Seahawks with 11 tackle for losses. Darwin James with 11 as well. Kenneth Murray from the middleman, man in the middle with 9. Aaron Donald at the defensive end, D tackle, all over the line with 9. So does Donnell Hunter with 9 right now. Sacks, who's getting to the quarterback in the worst way. I would say Montez Sweat is up there with 11. Quavo up there with 10. We got a rookie with 10 sacks and going into week 9 right now. How impressed are you with that?
These kids, I mean, you know, coming from the program that they came from, I mean, some of these guys, you know, they're being well prepared for the next level. And this is just an example of a guy that's having a year that's similar to Chase Young when he first came in the league, hit the ground rolling. Myles Garrett. I remember their rookie years.
Montez Sweat came from Mississippi State. 4 years later, they got a kid that came in as a freshman while Montez was in the NFL already. He left as a junior, but as you can see it, I mean, what's going on out there in Mississippi? Mississippi State right now has the top 2 leading defensive ends in the league right now. Rookie and Montez Sweat both balling. Both of them played for the same team, same coach, same type of system. Both of them had the same type of build, same type of everything. Speed as well. This was one of the fastest DNs that came out the draft. What is it about Mississippi State finding those linebackers and turning them, putting their hand in the dirt and making them DNs with the speed like that? You also got Adolphe Owe from Penn State sitting here with 9, another one of them speed burners. And then now Josh Sweat. You know, years ago Josh Sweat ran a 4.54, and we looked at that as one of the faster DNs to come out. You know, from Florida State, he played a little bit of everything: outside linebacker, middle linebacker, DN. He's finding his home 7.5. Donnell Hunter is sitting at 7. Micah Parsons doing it again, 7. Dylan Moses. Why is Dylan Moses getting to the quarterback? Not only is he making tackles in the backfield, he's also getting to the quarterback as well. What's going on with him, and why is he having a good season? Second season.
Well, we're being a little bit more aggressive on defenses. You know, I got some advice, you know, during the off season, that one of the things that we could look to do is to mix in a little bit more blitz and be a little bit more aggressive, and that can help us, you know, be a difference in a close win or a close loss. So we've been doing that, and I think part of it is, if you look at Dylan, you look at the other end, you know, I mean, you got Miles Jackson, you got Josh Allen on the other side, and I try to make it so teams don't want to run over there.
All right, so listen, Dylan Moses went undrafted. You guys picked him up. He went undrafted because of his injury. He was one of the top 3 linebackers at middle linebacker. He was one of the top 3 linebackers in the league. Why did you guys give him a shot and not give up on him? Did you see first-round talent not being drafted?
Well, first and foremost, you know, I mean, we look at Alabama players are well prepared for the next level.
All
Not just the offense that they run, their weight program, and as this kid went through rehabilitation, when it comes to athletes, the last thing you want to see is that somebody had to go see Dr. Andrews.
right.
This kid, he came through he fought, he stayed ahead of schedule, and he was always in his playbook, and from the time that he was, able to get back on the field, he was already ahead of some of his draft class as far as his understanding of the handbook. Understandably so, he didn't have a choice but to sit there and study and get ahead. But he knows the playbook back, front to back to front, and he's well prepared. So we put him out there and top in play.
Do you think the injury though lingered in year one as the reason why we didn't see this type of production out of him year one?
Yeah, I think still the playbook doesn't prepare you for the speed of the game.
Right.
It doesn't prepare you for just because you may have saw this guy, a couple of years ago in a bowl. He may have gotten to the league before you, and the league workout program is even better than some of than most of the colleges. So these guys are even different when you see them again.
No doubt.
So it was a learning curve for him.
All right, so when we look at DBs and INTs is what we're grading them on right now. Melifanu for the Lions at cornerback is sitting with 10 on the year right now. He said he got the best secondary in the NFC. And that's a big statement considering what we've seen from Green Bay, what we've seen over there for the Cowboys, what we've seen over there from the Cardinals, what we've seen over there from who else over there? The Bucks. Who else over there? That's showing. Even D West and his secondary over there showing they can play over there. That's a big statement to make. But Derwin James, the man in the middle over there, Mr. Do-It-All safety for the Chargers, sitting with 10 interceptions. He's second on this list, tied for first actually. At safety, number 9, he got 9. For the Vikings, Bynum with 9. Another safety, Troy Ackley, with all that speed. This guy, the football team could not figure out what to do with this guy. Safety, corner, they decided to move him back to safety again, and it's paying off right now. He got 8 interceptions on the league. At one point, he was leading the league. Guys caught up, but 8 is a lot. Bradbury, an experiment safety from corner, shutdown corner at that, superstar corner at that, moved to safety, and he has 7 on the season right now. Sampson with 7, the young rookie corner for the Chargers, and then Steiner, Captain Baltimore, sitting here with 7 as well. And then we're going to have a whole host of 6s that we're not going to talk about. The guys that's getting to the deflections, these guys that are dropping picks, what we call it, or knocking the ball down. Stephon Gilmore, man. Gilly Lock is over there in the Giants. I told you the Giants have been willing and dealing. Ever since the Eagles started the will and deal, they countered it. And here's my guy, Alonzo Battle, man, one of the Battle brothers. Is number 2 on this list with 8 deflections right now. Bynum from the safety spot with 7. Anytime you see safeties knocking balls down, they're doing really good. No homo. But look, Denzel Ward, man. Denzel Ward is flat out, to me, one of the most impressive corners in the league. He did it from a star, moved all the way up to a superstar. 7 deflections right now. He only got 1 interception, but that's because guys are standing away from him. And when they do try him, you're not getting open over there. He hasn't given up a catch all year. Trey Flowers sitting with 7. You got a whole bunch of 7s after that. Young Tyson Campbell. You got Tart up here. You got Lattimore with 7. Guys are getting it done. Let's look at who's making guys turn the ball over the most. Who has the big hitters? All right, so Roquan Smith with 2. Troy Dye with 2. It seems like 2 is the big number. Hammer. We got Johnny Wilson. You got Amani O. Jabril Cox. Von Teller. Ray Lewis. J.R. Nixon. The top 2 draft picks are sitting here with 2. From Florida State, Devin Bush with 2. All right, who's taking shit back to the crib? All right, not only is this man is the number 1 shutdown corner in the league as a production of last year, Tay Gowan also has the most touchdown return interceptions. He has 3 on the season right now, with 108, 109 yard return under his belt right now. That's big time. At second, Noshawn Wright, the 6'4" corner out of Oregon State, Derwin James from the sub linebacker spot with 2. You got Lafanu with 2, and then you got Andre Cisco. Do you feel like your safety is not talked about enough?
No, I prefer right now that he flies under the radar. We try to keep our team out of the press as much as possible. Of course, you know, social media just doesn't help at all where that is concerned. But we want some of these young kids to stay focused. That's the reason why I'm glad that there's a Chuck Clark and there's a Maurice Hooker back there to to keep him focused. You know, don't read into the press. You know, focus. If you want to be great, you focus on your playbook and not on social media.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so Patrick Queen was one of the top, between him and Isaiah Simmons last year. They were the top guys intercepting the passes from the middle linebacker spot. True middle linebackers. His production went down. He's at 3 right now compared to last year. But is that the growth of what you're doing defensively, not sitting him back there in coverage more, sending him blitzes and things like that? Do you think that's the reason why his production, picking the ball off, went down, or is it something else that we're not paying attention to?
No, he's definitely been blitzing more, and you know, I kind of switched up the depth chart a little bit, or as far as the scheme. So now he may be the one that'll rush a little bit more, and then we use we'll use Keanu Neal as a coverage middle linebacker. You know, and you know, we let Patrick Queen go hunting, and then we let Keanu, you know, kind of roam the middle and do some of the things that Patrick Queen used to do.
All right, quick debate, and before we get out of here, ready for our debate? Round 1. Here we go. Cardinals hasn't lost a game since week 1, 7 straight wins. Football team hasn't lost a game since against the Lions, that big 77-point game they gave up. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. Who's the hottest team in the NFC? You up first. I'll debate it.
I mean, well, the hottest team. I don't know how much of a debate that is really going to be. I do think the hottest team right now. I still have to stay with the Cardinals. I mean, I don't know how much of a debate there is. I don't think the scary part is they're still not hitting on all cylinders. They're finding ways to win games even when they're absolutely stinking up the joint. You know, whether it's just a drive, a quarter, whatever they did to release that stinker, they're overcoming those things. And in order to be great, a lot of times you got to be lucky. You know, those who win championships, they have to have a little bit of luck as well. And he was one missed extra point in overtime to the Patriots, you know, from being 5-2 and you know, not being on this hot streak list. But they missed the kick. He was down. He made all the plays that he needed to make. And I still don't think there's anybody hotter than the Cardinals right now.
All right, I make the case right now for I could say the Eagles. I'm not going to go with the football team. I'm going to go with Eagles. Still, to me, is the hottest team over there in the NFC right now. I know they, you know, lost to the football team, and some would say, well, wait, they lost to the football team. They was in a shootout. They lost to the Giants as well. Now, I'll say it like this. They were one possession from both those games. They missed the extra point. Same thing you're saying with the Cardinals. Losing to the Patriots, I say the same thing with the Eagles. They lost to the Giants because of the internet. Shit glitched out. It double-lined him. Or we're talking about a team that probably doesn't have a loss right now. Now, and the football team, they had a shootout, and it ended with the football team turning this game away. But I just think everything they've done in the offseason and all last year is leading into them being like the hottest team over there right now. We looking at Jamal Adams at safety. They picked up Von Savage, the #1 free safety in the draft. They brought over D-Hop, who people thought would have rid off because of his age. He's getting up there in age, but they brought him over and opened the offense completely up. You gave Deshaun Watson a full year to prepare for this, what they do offensively over there. He has a good command over this offense right now. Out of all the quarterbacks, he's playing better than any of them over here. 74% completion percentage over here. The guy just doesn't make mistakes playing in the game right now. Like, you don't see a lot of interceptions coming out of him. They have a three-headed monster in the backfield. Veteran offensive line with probably the most superstars on their offensive line because of those veterans. And a young defense that's just flying high right now. I like this Eagles team. They're literally 2 drives away from being undefeated right now. I think they're the hottest team in the NFC.
Well, my rebuttal to that is, out of the teams that we were saying who's the hottest right now, there's only one that's playing them with a first place schedule.
I agree. That debate is over because this man is knocking on, and the schedule doesn't even get lighter. At 7-1 right now, what they did was they put themselves in a, if they're in a race right now, they're leading the race right now. Period. They are in first place in this race right now, and because the schedule gets a little thicker and tighter coming down the stretch. With that first place schedule, and I agree with you. Both these teams that we're talking about, the football team, and I brought up the Eagles, neither one of them played on the first place schedule. I get what you're saying. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you, and I cannot argue that at all. Your rebuttal has won that debate. Let's go to the AFC though. All right, so the hottest team in the AFC, is it the Broncos on a 4-game winning streak? Is it the Ravens coming off of a loss to the Browns? Or is it the Browns on a 4-game winning streak? Or are we not seeing another team over here in the top teams on this list right now with 1 or 2 losses right now? Chargers, Bills, Patriots, Jaguars. Make your case.
Okay, before we get into the hottest team, I do want to honorable mention, because I think that what the Bills have done,
I was just ready to bring them up too. Shit.
That did not belong to them. I really want to put them in that conversation. And they had 1 game, so they are hot right now.
Right.
But it's more impressive that they had to come in and cook with somebody else's groceries. They ain't had a chance to shop for themselves yet.
And shotgun, their game score is over with too.
So I really want to shout the Bills out. But as far as the hottest team right now, the thing I love about the AFC is there is no hot team. Everybody's knocking each other's heads off. Sooner or later you run into somebody that either gives you a problem or they knock your head off. I know we had this debate before, but ain't no 80 burgers going on in the AFC.
Man. Guys are winning. Now, the Browns are on a 4-game winning streak. The Broncos are on a 4-game winning streak. I would say the Broncos probably 4-game winning streak is more impressive to the Browns because they had 3 computer games. So that hurts. It's not his fault. You can't blame him for people not playing him. Simple as that. But you can take away from being the hottest team because of that. All right. You got guys ducking the shit out of him and shit. He's locked into a game right now as well. This is a big game in the division. The Bengals and the Browns. We're gonna see which one of them dirty ass Ohio teams win that game. The Ravens comes off of a big loss. They were the last undefeated team over in the league itself. They come off the big loss to the Browns, and then they follow that up with a big one over the Falcons. But the Broncos are on a 4-game winning streak right now, and all his games are played. So people are playing him back right now. So I like what they're doing right now. I think they are, could be considered as the hot team. I like the Chargers too. I just think the schedule that they're playing right now is putting them in a situation where, any team that was a playoff team they lost to. Any team that was, bottom of their division, they aired. So if you really go through the whole I don't care that the Bills just lost to the Patriots right now. That was the #1 team in the AFC last year. The Bills are the hottest team over there.
No argument here.
All right, there we go. Our conversation is over. My next thing I want to do is go to the schedule and see who's playing, and who I'm gonna come show love to. Simple as that. We get those 8 games played. Are we close to it? Because it takes 8 to be played for it to be even given out. So you guys better hope somebody's playing over there. So we got 4 starts with the Saints and the Panthers. Computer love. Lions and the Vikings are done. Bucks and the Falcons are done. 49ers and the Seahawks are done. Bills and the Patriots are done. 1. So we got the Chargers and the Broncos playing. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. We need one more game before this counts. And of course, Mike Ben went to bed. Chiefs, Rams. Rams ain't gonna play. That's gonna be a forced win. The Chiefs. Oh no, did I count it? Hold on. 1, 2. Hold on.
No, it's 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, that Panthers team a computer game. He playing it though. Fuck it. He got it. There y'all go. He got it. 8. I'm gonna show y'all love. He got it. He trying his best. Computer ain't that easy, is it, cuz? Computer is not easy, yo. Not this year, bro. The computer is some shit. I'm telling you. All right, man. And it's the franchise guru. We out of here, man. My boy Guns the Gunner. We do what we do. You heard? Always look out. No doubt. Good looking, foe. You looked everybody else out. Glad you played in or trying to play that shit. Gotta finish it though for it to count. And that means if you lose it, you lose it. You heard? Holla!